Hi, I'm morakdais, and welcome back to me knocking stuff over. And by knocking stuff over, I mean Kingdom Come Deliverance. But yeah, I have off today, so that means extra special one. But let me do one thing. I was going to do it right from the main menu and let it load in, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But there we go, that's done. And before we get too far, I'd like to make a note of a current pet peeve. And I noticed it because I got like 3 emails about it. So I streamed Man of Medan, and the thing that bothers me is that like if you're making a quote unquote AAA title and you're saying like get out there, check this game out, and you're doing like heavy promotion for it, and then you release it on a console or PC in a world now that we have of game streaming, why on earth would you go after people for copyright strikes or monetization or whatever? Like, it seems so counterintuitive because it de-incentivizes people to do it. I mean, I don't really care about the money, but in general, like bigger streamers and stuff, unless they're being paid to play it, like it if they know that they're going to get struck for something, they'll just be like, yeah, why would I bother streaming that? Like, it's stupid. But anyway, let me do one more thing and then we can actually get to it. Ooh, there we go. Anyway. Uh, Good. I hope so too. Mm, don't really need any of those perks. Drinking, I got my perk. Yeah, I don't really need any other drinking perk. Just needed safe passage, so that skill point will remain forever. Well, anyway. And of course the Red Tie tournament is happening, so let's just get rid of that. Could do that, but I think I'll wait. I'd rather get this one done. Because this quest is one of my favorite. Well, I'm glad you had a good night standing outside the house I passed out in.
Yeah.
So let's get up and talk to that priest. I was like having a brain fart there. I was like, wait, what town am I in? Brain smart. It is weird to think that, like, at this time, even confessions and stuff like that would not be a thing yet. Hey, Kyoto. Welcome. Let's see. Ossuary, which is weird why they make them wood. Like, ossuaries usually were, like, under a church or just outside the church and were, like, all stone. Basically for peasants. But let's do. Ooh. Yes. Hopefully it's fixed now. Nice locked up torch and cobweb. When I store my torches and cobwebs, I make sure they're under heavy guard. Let's see. Is the priest going to be up here? Cats, what are you doing? Heck yeah. I don't really need money like that to steal from the church. Let's not do that. Oh man, what a nice weekend. I wish I had like another like 2 days off though, just to be like, I don't want to go back to work. It's not like my work's bad, I Oh, your package get here? Yeah. Alright. Since that ladder didn't feel like working. Delirious is super excited about packages. There's Father Godwin, right?
My respects to you.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh?
Of course you can.
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
They are, Kyoto. No, I'm just kidding.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
Too easy. I know. Easy jokes.
For heaven's sake, Father, Can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
True. Very well, then. Can I trust you not to say a word to anyone?
Trust me.
Lubos came to me shortly after everything that happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. I must say I never expected it of him, but he turned out to be a better man than he seemed. He said some crony of theirs hired them. First they thought they were going to steal horses. Then it all got out of hand and people started dying. He and his gang didn't want any part of that. They quarreled with the others and ran off.
Quarrel? A corpse was found in the woods by Neuhoff.
Well, that would explain something. Lubos kept blabbering on that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know Lubos killed one of the murderers, and now he's dead too. Only I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Just nicknames. But maybe that'll help. He mentioned some fellows called Riki from Ledechko, Pius and Timmy.
Nothing more?
No.
I suppose that'll have to do. I reckon I'll go and have a look around Ledechko first. Thank you, Father. And don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, did this really?
Father, I wouldn't have
With a stick. Take care now.
Did that really just skip all mission? Huh. That... No. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm definitely going back and intentionally failing the mission. I highly doubt it. I think just because I passed the skill check... No, this one should be alright. Even if it's a little back, that's fine, because this mission is too good to miss. I'll be honest. Like, the Neuhoff investigation stuff, a lot of that is better to be skipped because it's boring, kind of going back and forth between the people. Yeah, I don't care about the bandits. Yeah, just ride to Ujits. I didn't really do much else of importance. Oh, wait a minute. I have to check one other thing. Uh, uh, hmm. I really wish you could use, like, exit saves. Because, I should have saved your schnapps before I talked to him anyway. After I got the level up in lockpicking, I probably should have done it. But... if I missed it, I missed it. But if I have to go back and do drinking, I'll just... I'll probably just put all my stuff away then. Or at least important stuff away. Stuff that I can't replace right now. In case I get stolen. Or get all my money stolen. Because, I mean, technically you can store money. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to go through all this dialogue again. God damn it. Oh well.
Mushroom!
Well, that's fine. I'll just save before I talk to Father Godwin. Also... okay, good. I was worried about the drinking. I'm just gonna, like, try to shortcut all of this, because I really only need to talk to, like, 2 people, and that's it. We don't need to see this cutscene again.
Who was limp?
He kept coming.
How come? Has he been? Did he? Do you have? When did you find?
Just
Another.
the parish. He isn't.
I doubt you're quite.
You know how it goes. He probably learnt, but I heard some.
God be with you. I've come.
Sir Hanush gives.
That man.
He was
Have you noticed anything?
I didn't see much.
That's all.
That's all I needed to know to talk to the priest.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
Alright. Let's just do a quick save here, go talk to the priest, and try to fail the skill check. Honestly, though, it's like, it's weird to be able to just, like, shortcut, like, 3 missions, I guess? I guess to get 100, you have to just be, like, a total bumbling idiot. Or, like, fail certain checks. Because honestly, this mission is too good. Father Godwin, please.
Good health to you.
Blessing, can I ask you,
It seems, sir,
did you know Lou, boy?
a bit of a loss.
Did you know that's...
I'm sorry.
Do you know what Lou...
Unfortunately,
What?
I'm bound by sir.
Vows more...
There are laws.
Father,
There are things...
I might have to figure out a way to lower.
but Lubos is...
All right.
Trust.
Lubos came... he said he and his gang...
Oh.
So I know Lubos...
Just...
Nothing more.
No.
I suppose it'll have to...
Oh, come on. Alright, that's it. So we're going to have to figure out a way to lower our speech enough to actually pass this, which is kind of hilarious. So I think... For fuck's sake. Because honestly, it's weird because those quests tie into another quest, into two other quests. And two other quests later in the game. So it's weird to just be able to skip them. Because if you don't do them, then technically you'd fail something later in the game. So that's kind of weird. I don't know. Alright, well, first thing first. We gotta ugg ourselves up a little bit. Let's, get rid of all this nice stuff. Now we can keep their pants. It's probably for the best. And then... Where's like a... Yeah, I do have quite a lot of stuff on me. There we go. Alright, let's go find a dung heap. We've got to get ourselves all ready for the ball. Get ourselves nice and filthy before we talk to the priest. Do I have a potion that lowers my speech skill? Oh, there we go. Drink a hair of the dog potion, lower our charisma for 2 hours. Oh. Ah, yeah. Squish that horse poop into your toes. It'll help make us more classy.
My respect.
The blessing... Did you know, Lubos?
Bit of a loss.
Did you...
My,
Do you know what What?
there are...
Damn it, man. Still not enough. Something's raising... It's ironic that my speech is raised so much. I might actually have to take a skill to lower my speech.
But Lubos is...
If I told you
Ah,
I would
good.
be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church, if people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Farewell.
Yes. I thought I was still over. Just squish a little more horse poop in our toes first. Let's go see some bath wenches. I think all my fancy regal armor was getting in the way. Look at these couple of hoes. And the women holding them. Alright, we need a bath. Our horse smells better than us at this point. Where is the bathhouse around here? Right behind me. Oh no, this is a tanner.
Something like...
Seriously, do you guys not have baths here? What kind of un-Christian village is this? Because this looks like a bathhouse, but I guess it's just a longhouse. That's the butcher again. Son of a bitch. Oh well, doesn't matter much. Henry will just have to stay filthy other than washing in a trough for a little bit. That's some good marketing, if you heard it. Come on, I can't look gross when I go on my date with Father Godwin. We gotta get gussied up. Oh. Is there water right by his house? Of course. Go all over creation, it was right here. Alright.
Jeez, you men spill more than you drink.
Well, that's rude. Anyway, wench.
God preserve you. Good night. Can I do something for you? May the Lord watch over you.
You don't have any dried meat? How disappointing. Be on your way. So let's see, what can we read? Probably not that yet. I mean, I figure we might as well read something while we wait. Yeah, our energy is good, our nourishment is okay. Maybe I should have bought like a sausage or something from her. Yeah. I highly doubt there's any books I can read. Oh, here's a villager. You're a gambler.
I'm at your service.
Take care now.
Alright, 2 porridge should be good. I do have dried meat, but I don't want to waste them just yet. Ah, man. I'm pretty sure tomorrow and the day after are going to be pretty damn busy. Because, like, my work week gets so crunched missing days, but it should hopefully be okay. It is weird working in a job where it's like, if you and other people, like if you're not at work, work still piles up, and regardless if you're there or not, which I find weird. And it's like essentially like your responsibility or your group's responsibility to clear it out. Very strange thing. Because it's not like there's some like arbitrary thing you could say like, hey, we're off, could you please not pile stuff up? I mean, I guess it's better than when you, like, take a day off, but you have, like, a service-based job. And, people are like, why were you closed on Labor Day? I know it's a day set out for workers, you know, who are exploited, but why did you take the day off? I like this. Godwin's concubine.
I'll have to get my own help.
Godwin, you dog.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Let's learn a thing.
Here, enjoy.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumors aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
Godwin
That's
likes
all
his
about
drink.
me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I hear you had quite an adventurous life after the seminary.
I like to leave the past in the past. Now I'm here, and the life I have suits me just fine. Wine, women, and nights.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force.
As you wish.
These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Not sure which is worse.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help
All
you.
the best.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Uzhitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
As you wish.
Yeah, I do like his railing against, and you really wonder why Europe and the whole of Christendom and most major religions have outright rebellions, because there's always people like this.
All the best.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jan Hus, I'm pretty sure he was burned at the stake. But yeah, and there are plenty of other masters in nice universities who got burned for heresy and other things, so not really a big surprise. But yeah, this is pre-schism Christianity.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan
Tankard of ale
Hus?
for me.
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste.
Tankard of ale for
If he
me.
got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Henry's a little intoxicated by this point. Video games are art. I'm just putting it out there. Video games are art.
Na kraj padnu desnej smutek, do mnie loi ráno utek, niech ich małżeński majstrat, do včera žil nesaje prach, už sej mojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bej v jejich kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední jen. Budeme se bavit a do rána slávit a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zejtra jen tu svou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět. Ty dneska vůbec nikdo neví, za co zítra ježí a není to naposled.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Time for some fun.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Isn't this priest fun? Imagine sing this quest.
treats you like her rabbit.
I love the random burping from Henry and Godwin.
My dear, would you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dear. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Ignore Henry's little toots.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Video games are art. Remember, this is art. It's part of a mission.
Come here.
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
They're just wrestling. It's massage. There's nothing going on here. Video games are art. Remember that. Video games are art.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Oh, Godwin. If you notice, things got a little swapped there.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Yep. See, this is such a great magical adventure. Yeah, if you do that, you can just... You won't have the bad part, and you'll just wake up and you'll be missing stuff.
Well, alright. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do, exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Now that we got that little fun thing over, let's unfortunately drink a little more. So that's just a standard night out. Get drunk, have sex with your new best friend's concubine, wife, normal stuff. Oh wait, I meant wrestling. They were making art. So Henry kind of swerves. He's a little loaded. Yeah, you lose reputation for this, for doing this. But it's worth it. I also forgot to equip my stuff.
Look, he can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you.
Look at him. Mother of God, even it now he'd throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz. who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuha. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Curious which one of them will puke first.
This will get interesting.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is. Boy has a cheek. One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Oi! All honor to Godwin! Let him drink like one of us!
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Please ignore that I'm up here basically in my underwear.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Dallas.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver
Glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague. told him nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhoff that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. And his conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhoff.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
See, this is why I like Father Godwin. He's like a decent person. I mean, except for all the crazy shit he gets into. But, I mean, come on now. He's like a noble's son who then, you know, fought in some wars and then came back to be a priest in a boring little town. What else are you going to do? I mean, really, he's just lashing out, let's be honest. He just wants something to do. He wanted more out of life. I don't blame him. But regardless of that, I have a feeling I might want to sleep. Also, okay. So onward to Ledechko. Imagine missing all of that quest. That really is just so great. It's just ridiculous. And I find it funny because for like such a game that's so big on Christianity, it really does just kind of like mock and ride the fence about the whole thing. Also, I mean, I can't really argue with the idea of getting drunk and being like really drunk and wandering around after sheep going bah. I feel like that's what I'd do if I got too wasted. I also wonder what mead they'll have this year. What is it, Scarlet? This whole Riki quest is actually pretty easy to get through. So, let's do the best way. Check the bar first. Oh. Hi, bandit.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Okay, can't actually ask him.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house. But he doesn't spend much time there.
God be with you.
Well, if he's a tanner, we know why they call him Riki. I mean, most tanneries were human piss and shit and other stuff to cure leather. Or lye, depending on what you were doing.
Hey, who's there?
And also rotting flesh from scraping all the hides.
I'm looking for your son. Any idea where he might be?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Watch your tongue, peasant. I'm an envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and this is an official investigation. Stop trying to put me off, and tell me where your son is right now.
I apologize if I offended you, young man. But still, I don't know where Hinek is. He turned up at the house a while back, but then he vanished again in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went? What?
Look, it's been clear to me for a long time that my boy was headed for the gallows. But I'm still his father, right? And you can't expect me to rat on my own son.
If you value your son's life at all, you better pray I find it. Because I'm not the only one looking for him.
That's no surprise. But what of it? If you're here on behalf of Sir Radzig, there's nothing waiting for Hinek but the gibbet.
God, the gibbet.
It doesn't have to be that way. If Hinek cooperates, he can save his neck.
I can't say you put my mind at ease. But to hell with it. I'll tell you what I know. Alright. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow.
Enoch makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Thank you. Don't you have any clue at...
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose. He never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course, it could have been for me.
All right. I'll ask at the inn then.
Go. And if he's really in as much shit as you say, please, try and find him.
Interesting leads. I do like how these quests go out. The Riki one was interesting because it's kind of like putting together the puzzle pieces. And you can kind of dead-end yourself here. End up searching in the woods.
I just don't get it.
What don't you get?
Why do we have to sniff around for some stinking tanner? Can't we just leave him be?
Don't be such a knucklehead. Of course we can't leave him be. Runt would slit your throat if he heard you.
But he's just some cowardly peasant. What can he do to us?
You really can't get it into your thick skull, can you? It's about our fucking reputation.
How can it help our reputation? Folk already shit themselves when they see us.
God-fearing folk, maybe. But in this trade, even your own people have to be afraid of you. Otherwise, they might get the idea they can do without you. Get it?
All right. But that fellow ain't one of us, though.
You moron. That's just why we have to get in, right? So no one else tries it on.
It's all the same to me. I'll skewer him anyway. Just I can't be bothered looking for him.
Well, while we're at it, did you ask about him at the village?
Aye. Nobody knows where he is. Seems he's always wandering off somewhere.
We'll wait and see what the chief says then.
They're not the brightest of henchmen.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
Ask someone else. We've nothing to do with Riki. We only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do with where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right, all right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place. A cave or an old mine shaft.
How do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headlands close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck, though. It's rough ground, and you could easily fall down a shaft.
So we have more information. And since we already have cartographer, we kind of already know where it is. Yep, right there. So as you can see, there's a little cave icon. I don't think that comes up if you don't have cartographer. It just shows like an area to search. But since technically I've already been there, it shows it. Although, truthfully, as for bandits go, you think, oh shit, an envoy of Sir Radzig is here, like, we better get the fuck out of here before they hang us. Because you might be big tough bandits, but in a city it doesn't stop long for a small garrison to just come up on you. Little trees. God. Oh, son of a... There we go. Who fences off a little bit of trees? Seriously. This isn't right. I thought there was a cave and he was down in it. Oh no. There we go. Don't get stuck, Henry. Okay, so I guess it's marking other ones now. What the heck? Okay, so other places he could go. Alright. Let's just fast travel back to La Dutch go and we'll go up to the other cave. I figured that wasn't the right one. I thought it was the right one. But it's probably just because that's like the first cave you search. So, there's that. Also, I need to eat something. Poor little Henry's hungry. You know, Like, honestly, my brain is still, like, absolutely exploded in the fact that you could just, like, skip the entirety of Godwin's little mission. I was confiscating their food in the name of Sir Radzig.
Yeah.
Truthfully, though, like, it is weird that even though Europe is set up this way, like, a lot of countries, when they go through, I won't say like a Renaissance period, but like a feudal period, I always imagine that it's pretty similar, and you could pretty much write the same type of game for, like, you know, just about anywhere in Asia, or anywhere that had like a generalized feudal period, or like, you know, the kind of royalty and serfs monarchy periods.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing too, like when I played Dynasty Warriors for the first time, I thought, like, why haven't they used, like, Korean epics or Japanese epics or, like, any of those other, like, big, you know, stories, I guess is the best way to put it. Wait, where the fuck am I? I was too busy in my head. Okay, yeah, we can follow the river up.
Yeah.
I think that's too steep. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the easiest way. Yeah, I think I'd turn around and take the river up.
Yeah.
But, like, even this is like a fascinating glimpse into, like, a generalized cultural history. Like, you do learn a lot about how their societies ran. I guess this really is the best way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting to say, like, even though this stuff has a lot of, you know, historical fantasy stuff and general, like, strange fantasy stuff, there is a lot of, like, actual educational historical stuff about, you know, people and places and kind of the way people lived. I mean, they did a pretty good job replicating it. Well, I assume this is the place, considering he has racks for tanning and otherwise, or drying racks. Why do you have a sword, Henry? We don't play with swords.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear. I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men.
No.
Then who are you?
Time to have a little chitty chat.
That's not important. The important thing is we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those bastards.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care. If it keeps my neck out of the noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard. Well, they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking, I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pava. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Ooh, about that.
Who got your 2 gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're going to rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then. Nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhof.
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so he'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up. 2 of Runt's men were dragging him.
There was some difference of opinion?
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination. But Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well...
Hey, over here!
Well, we won't get much of a shot.
Oh, shit. Runs, people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck!
At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
You give them some armor or something.
Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
What's going on? What's that? Hey! Hey, the answer to my prayers! Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Fuck it!
I've got some more questions.
What?
You're coming with me. Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush will want to hear what you've got to say.
Don't suppose there's any chance you might turn a blind eye.
Why should I?
I didn't do nothing all that bad, and I told you everything I know. You can tell them yourself, and leave me here, and in a few weeks I'll pack up and clear off.
It might be best if you disappeared. You're no use to me anymore anyway.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll remember this till the day I die.
Best just try living honestly.
I'll do my best. I promise.
Yeah, he's a little too much of a sad sack. You know, I mean, I would say just kill him, but I mean, he did one thing that went real bad, lost his best friend out of it. I mean, that's the kind of person that would like, I think it's time to change my life around. I mean, will he turn his life around? Probably not. So now we have to go to the big windmill. What's that? Oh. And we'd actually already been to the big windmill north of Neuhof. Which I thought that was... I remember it was up on a hill. I thought it was in here or something. Oh no, there it is. Is there a bed in here? Yeah, this seems like such a safe place to sleep. But I believe if we actually go to Ledechko, I think there's a little tail end quest we can get. Or wait a minute. Will this skip out? It may skip out on a section of quest. But I thought his father would tell you about it. Because I thought there was some bathmaid girl he was into. Oh well, doesn't really matter. It's kind of sideline stuff, and I think you can talk about it later. There's like a small quest that involves like giving money to her or letting it go. And then the girl appears later for another quest. It's actually kind of integral to the other quest, but I don't know. I don't know what the resolution is. Because some things, I don't know, they seem to be quite different depending on what path you take. But
yeah. Yeah.
also, I kind of imagine what it would be like when I was younger.
Yeah.
If I grew up in this kind of world, I honestly think about, you know, I would probably be a lot more tempered in what I did as a child, knowing that you could get hung for it. There's something about, like, even if you're suspected of something, that you could get hanged, that's kind of like, nah, not gonna do it. It's not a good way to do things, but I'm just saying that, like, I think I probably wouldn't have been such a hellraiser when I was younger if I knew that I could just get,
yeah.
You know, being like, because I've been around some shady individuals. I just imagine what it would be like to be like, you know, hanging out with some shady individuals. They've done something, but now you're guilty by association. And there's nothing you can do about it. I would have used my stylish charisma to get out of it. Just kidding. I would probably be drunk buying at sheep. I don't respect your fence. Damn it. Seriously, horse.
Yeah.
How can I take you anywhere if you don't respect respect people's fences? Fine. Also, let's check to see if chat froze or something. Or if everyone's just lurking today. Do do do. Okay, good. I appreciate the lurks. Alright. I think Jörg's the exact man I need to talk to. Maybe not.
Save you? What can I do for you?
Do you know Timmy? He's a big man and,
A complete numbskull? Aye. He works here. Or he used to. I'm not sure. He vanished a few days ago. Far as I know, no one's seen him since. But try asking his sister, Mirka. She works here too.
God be with you.
Mirka! Mirka, I swear to God. Mirka?
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
I'm here in the service of Sir Hanush.
Sir Hanush? Jesus Christ. It must be serious. All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
Yeah, we can talk behind the mill. You know what I'm saying? Mirka, please! Since I didn't get much of a chance, I should probably go back to get some lockpick levels at Ujits, because I never did that. Because I was an idiot. Also, don't get hit by the windmill, as I've said previously. It hurts.
Here I am.
She lost her hat for a
Why all
minute.
the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see. And he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know. But they looked like cutthroats. And they said some strange things. But I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
Oh! Look at these cunts.
I get the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
That's interesting. I'm also looking for a big ox called Timmy.
Well, what are the chances? Could it be the same fellow, I wonder? Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
You have an encampment somewhere?
Well, sure we do. And no shortage of coin if you're ready to earn it.
Where is it?
All in good time. First, prove we can trust you. Help us find Timmy.
I hear he's hiding in Ratai.
Oh, yeah? Where in Ratai?
He's at the butcher's. They're his kin.
Well, excuse me if I take that with a grain of salt. I'll just leave Radan here to keep an eye on you. For your own protection, you know. Come with us if you've got the stomach for it. If not, come and find us in the Summerpesh Tavern when it's all over. or we'll find you. Come on, boys.
Surprise, dickhead!
Give up!
Ow. Wait, do I not have my Master Strikes? That's not so great if I don't have my Master Strikes. Technically there's a way to help them and kind of like go undercover with them and all that, but you eventually get outed and it's not worth it. It's kind of better just to kill them and get it over with. Also, there's nothing quite like finishing a conversation with someone and then sneak attacking them. More cock. Yep, now you're like more dead. What is wrong with your foot? What is wrong with your feet? Ugh. You have like rabbit feet. Are they swelling? Oh well. Dead now. Yeah, let's steal their stew. God, just imagine thinking you're a big tough bandit, you come and threaten someone, and then you're done with the conversation, you think he's all cool and he's gonna help you, and then he just pulls out a mace and whacks your fucking skull in. I mean, seriously. I mean, I can't believe he went down in a single hit. That was actually kind of surprising. I thought I'd have to hit him 2 or 3 times. Oh. Well, she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. No, I don't want to equip the coxcomb. I wanted to put it away. Yeah, Soul Slicer is actually a pretty good weapon for pretty early in the game. Well, relatively early in the game. Technically, you could buy other ones if you know how to scam money. Alright. So, let's prepare our stuff, as always. And do I have a tailor's kit? I don't think I do. Alright. So, let's just take a quick ride to Murhoyed. Because I remember there's a way to, like, sneak into their camp and get stuff done, but honestly, your risk of getting caught is too high. Every time I did it, I'd get caught by somebody. Someone would recognize me, or something else would happen. Like, someone would ask me something, and then it'd be like, wait, who are you? And then things would fall apart. But I don't know whether that's a stealth part, or I'm mistaking it with another kind of mission thing they have. Hover chickens.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's go talk to Timmy. Although, honestly, you think, like, you could really go anywhere to hide. Like, you think it would actually be pretty hard for people to find you if you actually went into hiding. Just because there's some, like, random isolated farm, you'd probably be more likely to be caught by accident than... like, caught and found on purpose.
Hey, Timmy. How are you today?
I'm all right. Have we met?
We have now.
Huh? Oh, shit. What do you want? It wasn't me. I didn't... I mean... Shit.
I saw what you did at Neuhof.
What are you talking about? You weren't there. I mean, I wasn't there.
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubosh and Riki. I heard all about it.
What do you want from me?
Your mate Hinek told me about a whole camp full of those four sons. And I want to find it. I need to find it.
Yeah, but why should I trust you, though? I'm not stupid. You might be one of them. Pretending to not be one of them. Trying to catch me out. I won't tell you nothing.
Do I look like someone who goes around hunting down half-wits for pleasure?
No, I reckon not. But I don't know where their camp is.
That's a load of horse shit. Hinek told me you were there, and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I was there with them, yeah. Only I was pretty drunk, so I'm not too sure.
Try to remember.
It was in the woods. In some kind of woods. You know, with trees and stuff. There were some wrecked houses there and all. In the woods. A church! There was a church there. Kind of a broken one, though.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Now it's all clear to me. Do you remember which way you went?
It was straight north from Talmberg. When you go uphill from the castle, there's a path there round some barns, I think. It leads to the woodcutters' camp. If you go further on past the woodcutters, you come across this abandoned house. Can't miss it. Looks like a house, only abandoned. Go to the left there and carry on till you come to this clearing with a big beech tree. Or was it an oak? You go left there again. There's this narrow path and you go straight along there. Sometimes it splits up. You just keep to the left until you come to a crossroads by this big flat rock. You keep straight on there. After a while you'll see a bridge. And it's right there. Easy as you please.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
But you won't tell nobody about Neuhoff, right? You promised. Oh no, bugger. I meant to make you promise, but I forgot.
No, don't worry. But in future, find some other way to make money. Like honest work?
Thanks. I'll try. On account of my sister, at least.
That girl at the windmill?
Hi, Mirka. Did you talk to her? What did she say?
She told me you're as thick as a fence post and always getting dragged into some mischief.
Did she? Yeah. She's probably right.
See, not so bad. Although, honestly, Limpy Lubosh, like, freaking Riki, that guy show up as a bunch of bandits. You think they're just like, what a bunch of chumps. But yeah, so, yeah, Sir Radzig's camp is literally right there. So, what he does is, what he tells you is that you go past some barns, like up there. He says it could have been the Masons, but it's not. And you just go up, and you keep following it to the left, and see there's the big tree. You make a left, you keep following it up. Basically, it takes you to Pribitzlevitz. There's a big church, some houses, all sorts of other stuff. Technically, I can fast travel there, but if I do, I'm going to get my skull caved in the second the screen comes back up.
Yeah.
Also, I want to save before talking to Sir Radzig, because I think there's a bizarre option you can do.
Yeah.
So this area is going to be a place that I'm probably going to have to come back to fairly often. Also, there's lots of good stuff to steal, but it is quite hard to steal the stuff. Plus, there's free betting. Oh god, look at all this stuff. Now I just have to find which one of the sleeping men is Sir Radzig. There he is. Let's quick save, mostly because it's been a while. Because talking to Timmy and all the other bandits doesn't make any difference. I don't know where Pius is. I don't even know if he's available to find or if he's dead. They don't make it very clear.
Greetings. What business have you?
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
I went to Uzhit, where they told me I could find Lubosh, only someone had murdered him. It seems they're trying to cover their tracks and get rid of witnesses.
Indeed. The whole affair's becoming ever more suspicious. Have you any further clues?
I found out about another one of them, a crony of Limpy Lubosh's. They call him Riki, and he comes from Ledechko.
You're doing a good job, but you need to be careful. Have you found this Riki fellow?
I'm afraid my news isn't good, sir.
Might have expected as much. Tell me the worst.
This Riki fellow was hiding out in the woods, and his former accomplices really did want to kill him, because he, Limpy Lubosh and others deserted them in Neuhoff. It seems they wanted no part in the killing. Anyway, Riki told me they were hired by a bandit they call Runt. He's the one who stole your sword. Those murdering whoresons weren't after loot. They just wanted to do damage. And the worst thing is, they have an encampment in the area, and they're getting ready to make more trouble.
Sakra. Anything else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
About that encampment, sir.
What is it, lad?
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted. He's called Timmy. Big fellow, but more brawn than brain. The camp is an abandoned village in the woods to the west of Talmberg.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you know how many of them there are?
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there, it would be invaluable. But don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Certainly, sir. That is... I'll do what I can.
That's what I like to hear. You'll be our eyes and ears, lad. Our success will depend on what you find out. Go, and get back here as soon as you can. Meanwhile, I'll muster my men.
I'll find out what I can and be right back.
See you later.
Yep. So now going to Privet-Slivets. Now I need to find the quartermaster. I should have a quartermaster somewhere around here. And the reason why is I want to get rid of some of the stuff I have before I go up there. It's one of these tents. Leszek. God, these lazy guards, man. Unless the quartermaster isn't here yet, which is also a possibility. Maybe he's over here? I mean, this is a pretty big camp. I mean, feels like it's bigger than Ledechko. Oh, well, here's someone who might be able to help.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me. Farewell.
Nope. Seriously? Oh well, whatever. I don't need all the loot from there. Plus, some of the loot I can recover, quote unquote. Whew, take a big gulp, because this is about to get crazy. Oh, also, we're gonna need these. Oh yeah. And I wish there's an oh, there is an alchemy bench on the way. Because I'm gonna need a lot of poison. I kind of wish I had piercing arrows, so I might actually find an inn or somewhere where I can access my chest and see if I have piercing or like the better piercing arrows, because those just destroy armor, and if you coat them with poison, they're even better. So let's see where I want to go. I guess the nearest herb woman's down there. Actually, let's check a thing. Since there's a combat arena over here, the quartermaster might be there. Maybe it's too late in the day? No, it's like midday. No. God damn it. God damn it. Oh well. Let's go to Talmberg. No. We'll go to Samopesh. There's kind of two reasons to go to Samopesh. It's not that far. One, I do want to get the DLC quest, just to get it, even though I probably won't be able to do it. No, I have to have them, because I think I got it after, or before I got the drinking stuff. I went and got that. When I was like midway through my long quest of learning how to be a chronic alcoholic. Plus I can sell to this blacksmith, even though he only has like 300 to 500 gold at max. Also, Henry walked here. Also, don't know why smaller towns don't have a tailor. So let's find out what we can actually sell. Should also see what the difference is between regular gauntlets and Saxon gauntlets.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
How much money do you have? Oh, you actually have money. And you buy both. Hell yeah. Two of those, and 3 of those. Always remember to get more armor kits. Just because you need a lot more of them. Also, don't know what horseshoes my horse has, but if he gets over, I'll buy noble horseshoes, even if I already have them. Get him out of here. Sell them all. Okay. It's a pretty good cumin bow, but... Alright. So Nuremberg, durability 33, composite 32, durability 34, noise 84, 91. So yeah, the Saxon gauntlets are actually better. We'll just hold on to the hunter's gloves. Let's buy Noble Horseshoe. You do have piercing arrows. Just buy all your piercing arrows. Okay. So they look all the same so far. So let's see once I repair them. Which I can't.
Good luck, then.
I'm gonna guess that they have to have some sort of downside. Let's see. 84, 434. So they're a little bit more visible and conspicuous, but have less noise, more charisma, more durability. And the defenses are the same. Gauntlets provide the best protection for the combatant's hands. It's sensible to remove them before picking your nose. Yeah, I'd probably have to say. Well. No, don't. What is it, Laharl? Laharl? He's actually meowing down here. I think I surprised him because he didn't think I was actually down here. Or he just didn't care. Alright. Okay, so I already had noble horseshoes, but whatever. Also, we're going into battle. We need the green for battle. I like the blue. Last time I changed it, though, we died. But I think that was checkerboard horse. Let's go for green horse. Oh yeah.
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets me.
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartalfur. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartalfur was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. He even started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came home that day. I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by.
They found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the sawbones right away. But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
Do you think it was this Black Peter who killed him?
It was the first thing crossed my mind. Aye. But there's no proof. It could have been anyone, I suppose.
Did Svatopluk have any wounds?
Only a couple of scratches and bruises from the tourney. Nothing that would kill a man. Not even the sawbones could figure out what done him in.
You were right about that Black Peter. He's tough and skilled. I enrolled in the tourney, but I didn't win. Black Peter was the victor again. He's damn good.
And did you find out anything about how my boy died?
I didn't. Sorry.
Oh, well. I didn't expect there'd be much chance of finding out anything after all this time. Thanks for trying, at least.
I didn't expect it to end the quest, but sure.
The Sasau swordsmith tells me he'd pay handsomely for a piece of the sword some pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling here a while ago.
Well, my lad, I can't help you there. We're the back of beyond here. Not even a pilgrim ever stops by. And even if he did, what use would some relic be to me? And what would I pay him with? See you later.
Yeah, you're right, because I kind of made you broke, so that's the thing. I think you can still beat him and still come and talk to him. I don't think there's any real reward except for some groschen and relieving his ills, but even if you win or lose, it still gives your reputation up, so it doesn't really... It's kind of irrelevant. Spoiler alert for that quest, just to get it over with. Black Peter used, I think, like a rapier type sword with poison on it. So he might... The fuck? Oh. He might still attack me. After I win the tournament. And then you get poisoned and you kind of get sick. But you carry an antidote on you. If you don't, you die, so there's that. But, yeah. So it pretty much comes out that he was the one that killed him, so there's that. It's not all that exciting, and even when you talk to him, he's just like, thank you, here's some money, goodbye, and that's it. I don't know if there's any, like, tangential way to prove that he actually did it. Alright. Where is this? I can never find this one. Alright, let's just put a cursor on the map so I don't keep wandering around like a dill hole. Yep, already passed it. There it is. It's like stealth alchemy.
God save. How may I help you? Good night.
Goodbye. I want that. Don't ask any questions, old lady. And I am going to buy your poison. Have I read that? I have not. So let's just read that. What is this? Doll Maker is also a good one, but I'm not... I'll just buy one. Why not? Doesn't hurt. So, let's get that potion, the poison recipe. Figure out what it's made out of. Okay, she doesn't care that much. I think it's not supposed to be listed that way, but it comes up that way. I don't know why. See the reason why I don't like doing that. So Valerian and Arab Paris. And Thistle and Herb Paris. So we need to buy a lot of Herb Paris from her. And check the horse. Also loot her garden. She only has 2. Boo. Alright, where's your herb garden? What do you have? Nightshade? Belladonna. Booyah. Picked your whole garden. St. John's wort, mint, herb Paris? No. Pick the herb Paris. Okay, good. Okay, sudden music cut. Okay. Oil. Drop the thistle, boil for 1 turn, and then add 2 herb Paris. Easy squeezy. Oil. It's just 1 thistle, right? Okay, good. Don't worry, we just need to make it once. What is it? What? Why are you being noisy, Laharl? I've brewed poison. Alright. Just brew as many poisons as I can, which is probably only like 4. I don't know how much thistle I have on me. I know, Laharl's so cute. Ugh. Sorry, my ear itched. Too much wearing the headset this weekend. Oh, Kyoto, did you end up watching Man of Medan? Because I saw you liked it. I got confused when PlayStation's like, "Ooh, you have new likes." I was like, "What the what?" Actually, I haven't made Doll Maker, so let's just keep making poison. only thing that sucks about it. What do you think of it? In shorthand, because I guess don't have the best opinion about it. Yeah. It's not bad. My problem is it's just not good. Yeah. Alright, so... So yeah. I think I should probably be really careful here and... Laurel, what is it? Why are you literally staring at me on the stairs, meowing at me? He's being extra noisy tonight. Yeah, it's the same developer. It reminded me of Until Dawn, except, I don't know. I didn't like the story quite as much. I didn't like that it was essentially all fake in the end. That there was really, like, nothing going on. Like, something about that bothers me in games. Like, honestly, I think the multiplayer is probably the best aspect, to be truthful. Alright, let's just fast travel over. Apparently you liked another one of my activities. But... I don't know. I just thought the stories and the characters were weak. Like, I liked... Let's just run away. Yeah. And that's unfortunate. Like, I don't know. The story and the characters I wasn't too fond of. I wish they had more characters. Like, it would have been an interesting shift if it shifted to you play as one of the pirates now. Or, like, the pirates were less dickholes and more like people on a mission or to guard a secret or something. Other than just like, yep, we're pirates. We're the scariest thing that's happening in this game. Although I prefer to say I'm just dead inside from White Day. Hell yeah, balanced diet. It has been 5 days of eating fine. And we're at 73, so we're still good. Yeah, I should probably take that. Icon off. Oh, okay, so yeah, he does take the other path. He goes... I did the northern path. Or maybe not, I don't know. Don't mind me, guys. Worried because Privet Slavitz is coming up. Wait, where the fuck are we? I think we went the wrong way there.
Yeah.
Get out of here, deer. I mean, technically there's a way around that way, but... I think this is the trail we're supposed to take. Yeah, because I think this takes you right in the center of Privet Slavitz. How close are we to Privet Slavitz? Yeah, we still got a ways. The only reason why is I don't want to get like ambushed by like 10 people.
What are you doing here?
Why'd you ask? Can I not take a walk in the woods without being accosted?
I ask because I'm the gamekeeper here, and it's my job to protect these woods from poachers.
This is the woods of Privet Slavitz.
In that case, you won't mind if I have a look what you've got on you.
Certainly. Go ahead and look.
All right. Nothing suspicious here. You may leave, Goodman.
Better not have stolen anything. Because technically there is no gamekeeper out here. But... Is it like Sad Cat Hour? Both of them are staring at me. Alright. Yeah, this is where the road gets bad. Because I believe once you hook around, it takes you right there. Because remember, the Cumans hang out pretty far ahead, and looks like there's an obstruction in the road, so there's probably bandits here. Alright, horse. Cough up the savior schnapps. I should have more than enough marigold. So I should be okay. What am I doing? Because I don't know what these bandits are, and with everything else coming up, I'd rather be here already. And how close am I? I have to be like right on top of it. Yep, I am. Worth less than good. Oh, and I get another free save here. There's going to be a fair bit of saves coming because I think there's like 20 plus guys in here and there's no talking to them. I mean, there is a way to sneak, but in my armor,
A moat.
if you get caught,
It'll take a while to get across, and there's nowhere to shelter from arrows.
you can see 3 fucking guys right there. There we go. They're everywhere. There we go. I don't know where that guy was. Oh, fuck. Get out of my face. Why are you inside me? What are you doing? Whew. Put him down. Uh-oh. Let's try not to get overloaded. We have more than enough poison arrows. Also, I tried dressing up as a cumin and walking up into their camp. It doesn't work. Which is unfortunate. It'd be kind of great if you could just, like, steal this guy's outfit. Because seriously, how would you know who this guy is? Ooh, I'll take my piercing arrows back. Thank you for my own arrows back that are still poisoned somehow. This is also why I wanted to clear my horse out. The Nicopolis saber is not worth much. Which is weird because you think, you know, being Nicopolis, you think it would be, you know, valuable. Lullaby's okay. Let's move that back to the horse. Alright, okay, so that's 3 gate guards down. Yeah, and you can put away and bring your bow back out, and you'll run for a few seconds. I don't know why, but you just can. Fuck.
A stockade. A handful of men could hold it for quite a while.
Épp egy malacot évett a diszpaölésre.
A picsába!
Yeah, whatever.
Ezért megfizet!
That was weird. Come on. Fucking trees. Just in time. I like your shield. Oh shit. Okay, this party's getting crazy. Oh god. Fuck. No. Get out of the pool.
Itt vagyok! Lófasz! Bazd meg, elég! Legyőztél! Hagyd már!
Nope. No cumin may live. Where are you? I saw him run into there, but he could have died. He did take what looked like 2 poison arrows. So yeah, basically once you hit them with that poison arrow, they don't last long. No, where's your sword? Now, there is one cumin shield that actually has a great amount of defense and durability. But I don't know who has it, and it's just like, it's not called anything special, it's just, I'm not picking up a Necropolis Saber. No, actually. I heard that. Let's see. Yeah, just drop that. That's garbage. Don't get me wrong, the Shishak armor and the Lamellar is pretty good, but it's just not as good as what I already have. I mean, it's good sneaking armor. That's for damn sure. Alright, let's repair, because we fought a bunch of them. Consider there's like 6 people in the stream. When I was doing a backwards charge. I was doing a tactical move. Did that guy like run in the woods and die? Maybe he just ran off. Let's see, any floating corpses or people stuck in the river? This bridge and river area is goddamn terrible. The reason it's so terrible is because most of the embankments and stuff you just can't get out of, or you get stuck in, or... Sometimes it'll warn you that it's too deep. I don't know what's going on with it, it's just buggy. I was also trying to get a few stealth kills. Let's also... just have one of those, have a little heal. And then... quick save. Because this can go to shit really fast, and I've killed quite a lot of people, and I'd really rather not lose that. Also, I'm pretty sure the 2 guys I killed in the woods, their bodies will just stay there. Also... shit, I should have saved a poison. Ignore the horse flying there for a little bit. Technically, I think you can put, like, expired food and stuff like that into the pot. But I think there's also a chest with poison. Fuck. Point blank miss. Another point blank miss.
Jól van, győztél, feladom.
Oh shit. I'm waiting to get hit in the head by something. This might be a deer. Okay, now there's just the one guy left. I know there's somebody who's like asleep in that tent pretty much all the time.
Look at that. Those heathens are a lot tidier than the bandits. Well, you won't be shooting these arrows.
Okay, that was a little buggy. He went down like a sack of bricks. Didn't mean to take his honey, but I'll take it. Also, if my horse gets too full, I'm just going to dump some of those heavier armor pieces. But my horse can hold like 400, so that should be okay for a little bit. Because pretty much I'll kill everybody here. And then, once I kill everybody here, when I come back for the mission, pretty much everyone will be respawned anyway. Alright, nobody in here. Oh yeah, wooden cumin shields, terrible. I must have spooked them all out, because none of them are here. Also, there's like 2 chests, I think, in here, and once you clear the camp, they're gone forever, I think. Because of the privet slivets.
The fewer arrows you have, the better for us.
DLC. There we go. Sounds like he's right next to me, but I can't see him. Oh, and there's two of them. Oh shit. No. Ugh, all the lockpicks. I don't care about your hauberk. Alright. I definitely need another save. Especially if people are starting to peer behind me. That's not quite so good. He did hit me, but only once. My arming doublet. Okay. Also, it's dark out, so I don't know where they are. Yeah, but you can go in here and do like full stealth if you want, but when a few of those cumins hit you, it is not a good time. Especially like leather armor. I tried for a while to do like light armor, like leather armor and stuff to get by, but man, even regular guys kill the shit out of you with it. Dude, that dude went down like a ton of bricks. Wow, holy shit. Why did you have 2 swords on you? You have 9 hunting swords? Ooh, that's tough. And a trusty companion? What are you doing? Arming for the apocalypse? The sword apocalypse? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. That's a bug or something. Yeah, I'm over encumbered. I can't carry 9 swords. So what we'll do is, we'll drop them. Okay. Because if you drop them, sometimes in privet slivets, they stay here.
Enjoy your meal.
I like how Henry actually has something to say about that. Alright. I think that's actually enough sabotage. I don't really need to get back up there. And I'd really rather not die at this point. Actually, I can go this way, I believe.
They can see a long way from that steeple, and those archers up there, definitely going to be a problem.
Hey, who's there?
Why don't you come over here and investigate? By yourself. Don't let your friends know you're investigating over here. Also, I don't know if the two gate guards are down there, because I can't see jack or shit. Oh, actually, I should eat my own food, because I don't know if that poisons everything. You can, like, bait him down. I do want to get up there and just...
for a big fight, but not much cover.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into a big fight right now. And there might be guys here. There are, but I don't know how many.
A bridge. That'll make it easier to cross the earth, right? There's open ground on both sides of it, and it's the fastest route for an attack.
Oh, and of course this guy has good stuff. Uh-oh. Hopefully there's nobody else up here.
Now you're...
God, where are you?
I'll slaughter you.
Ouch. Holy shit, yeah, something's glitching. Oops, didn't mean to take the charcoal. I'm okay with it glitching. $16 burger swords. What? I think we've done enough sabotage. You only need to do like 3 things. So, we're not too hard up. Oh, good. No thanks. This scum does not like to be slayed. Alright. So where's the nearest place I can actually sell goods? I guess it's Talmberg. Ujitz is kind of broke. Yeah, let's follow this road and take a right at the crossroads and follow it the whole way down. Maybe it'll be morning by the time we get to Talmberg and we can have a good rest. Also, this is the road, I believe. You know, you think they'd put up crossroad markers or something. I mean, seriously. I've always liked the idea that, you know, you build towns like less than a day's travel from each other. So that way, like, you know, someone can make it there in a reasonable time. Okay, well, people are trying to rob me again. Just peasant things. But it made sense to like have farms and everything, you know, only within a certain amount of time from like a castle or a castle town. That's why you get situations like this where, you know, you have 3 or 4 castles within a fairly close distance. Okay, that's the edge of Talmberg, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm kind of surprised they don't shut gates at night and stuff like that. Ugh. My nourishment is good, but let's go like that, and then we are. You missed the poetic art scene earlier. Truly, it was beautiful art. But yeah, we got to have a party with the Uzhitz priest. Now we're clearing out Pribyslavitz. So there's about to be the first of many big combat sections. Yes. There were potatoes there. Everybody loves potatoes. I mean, they weren't the best potatoes, but they were potatoes. Seriously though, in all honesty, who doesn't love potatoes? Yeah. God, that room is like, even though it's day, it seems like it's still night. Working hard or hardly working? Am I right? Anyway.
Yeah.
By the way, have to say, I'm pissed. Talking about other kinds of potatoes. Like, it was Wednesday last week? Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Wednesday. Delirious and I went shopping, got a whole bunch of stuff. I got like, oh look, baby red potatoes, a little bag of them. They're dirt cheap. Let's just get some. I'll cook some ribs, and then we'll have some, you know, roasted little baby red potatoes on the side. Go to cook them on, what, Friday, Saturday? Potatoes are covered in eyes. Like, completely inedible. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Service, Sir Knight. See you later.
Blacksmith. You know what? Maybe because it's raining, he's being lazy. Let's read a book while we wait. Actually... They're like the nasty... Like when the potatoes start sprouting. The little white nobbins. And you go to cut the potato and it's green and nasty on the inside. Like seriously, who eats green potato chips, let alone potatoes that have turned green? Shouldn't do that, it'll make you sick. And you're sick for doing it. Oh, my book's all wet. Grasses and Herbs. In response to massive demand, this book contains 100 pages entirely dedicated to the phenomenon of nettles. Yeah. And I don't mean labyrinth of refrain potatoes, literally a bag of red potatoes. They were just like, seriously, I probably could have planted them in the garden and grown potatoes instead. Like 2 days after. I always kind of wondered, like, the first person who discovered a potato was kind of like, hey, look at these pretty white flowers. Let's just rip up this goddamn plant. Wow, what are these things hanging from the bottom? I don't know, better eat them.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
You can be of help, because I'm gonna... You have 36 groschen? You broke bitch. Well, what's closer? I mean, Ratai is really far away, let's be honest. Thinking Sasau is faster. Son of a bitch. Well then. Ujits does have the horse traders, which I can use. Why is he such a broke bitch? You know what? Marhoya doesn't have an inn. Wait, what? Really? Let me see something. That place in Talmberg Castle is listed as my bed now? Maybe that's why the guards don't yell anymore. Also, you think, you know, if you stayed there or something, I kind of wish there was something else with Lady Stephanie, where she'd come back a few times and be like, what we did was a mistake, or Henry, you're a nice young man. You know, something.
Yeah.
You can see how often I sprint. But there isn't a chest here.
Who's there?
Nope. It's all private. So this is my bed, but there's no chest. Well, that's annoying. Alright. Ugh.
Yeah.
God damn it, Privet Slivets. Making me so wealthy. We'll go to the end of the glade, and then we'll store stuff. Also, I really wish I could just, like, stay up with you guys and play until, like, 1 in the morning. I mean, technically I could if I shifted my work schedule around, but then I'd have to work later, so it really wouldn't be much of a balance.
Hey, fellow, how about a little wager?
What's the matter?
Ah, nothing's the matter. I just like to pass the time of day with a fellow wayfarer.
I see. What do you have in mind?
We could have a little bout of combat.
No.
For the sake of practice.
Who are you, anyway? And what do you do?
Merchants hire me for protection. That's all you need to know. Would you dare to face me?
Oh, well, now that you said it.
All right, why not?
Finally, a taker.
Aye, I have.
Fine, let's...
I still have my torch equipped. Oh no. Come on.
Way
You-
off. It'll be all over.
Ooh, you win in a clinch. You all right there? Oh, sorry, dude.
Damn it. You got lucky.
Uh,
And luck's a part of it too. Take your winnings and go.
luck. Dude, I knocked you 6 ways from Sunday. Fucking luck. Get out of here with that bullshit, sword loser. At least my strength went up, so now I should hopefully be able to fire my bow. Although, I actually kind of like the second your bow gets strung back, you only have a second to fire it kind of thing. Mostly because I hate having to hold the bow back and like losing all your stamina like instantly. So I think this is this the wrong road? No. It is exactly the right road. I do want to get, like, there's a big combat coming up, and I really want to get that in before I end tonight. But I still have a fair amount of things I have to do, so there's that. Out of my way, peasants. Where's the dude?
All right, all right.
Welcome, Henry.
I'll talk to you later, Fritz.
Good health to you.
Have you got a bed for them?
Aye, there's room. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem. But you're paying advance.
Here you go.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Where do I go to sleep?
On the upper floor of the inn. There's steps up to it outside. Your chamber is the one in the middle.
Oh, right. We already have a lot of stuff in here, but let's go ahead and put those away to start. Is the Hound Skull better than the Italian? It is. All right. We're just emptying the horse because there'll be stuff that I'm gonna have to grab. So I want this horse emptied. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just take these as well. You know what? We won't need any of those. This, that. Bare essentials. Also, this chest can hold a shit ton of stuff, so. Do. You can keep the dice on us because they don't weigh like anything. But everything else must go. Okay. We've read all that, so that can go away. Actually, I guess I should keep it on me in case I sleep, but eh. Lots of lockpicks. Don't need that. Don't need those. That. Any of these. Definitely don't need 57 nettles. Doesn't matter because we'll need to sell all this soon enough. Because pretty much once we finish this quest, we can actually start spending our money. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. I still have quite a lot of weight. Probably because I forgot to ditch... No, I ditched all the arrows that I need to. Mostly just from my armor and kind of this random stuff I'm carrying with me, but whatever. But the horse is a lot of space. Although, I have more than enough marigold decoctions for quite a while. Oh, actually, is there a pot to eat from here? No? Hopefully that's not piggy. Good, it's not. So yeah, that bonus I have, the well-fed one, well worth keeping for as long as you can. So before you sleep, rest, travel, anything like that, make sure, or even read, make sure that you eat something so your nourishment doesn't drop.
Yeah.
Alright, so Radzig. I do like how all the trees are stripped of their branches. Alright. So Radzig, where are you? There you are. Oh, having a little dirt nap?
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I'm back from scouting, sir.
Excellent. What have you found out?
There's an overgrown, ruined village in the woods where they're dug in.
That sounds like Pribyslavitz. It used to belong to Sir Divish before Havelmedic attacked and torched it. And then imprisoned Divish. Been left abandoned ever since. I was hoping they wouldn't be so organized. Earthworks and fortifications. That's quite a different matter from routing some rabble out of the woods.
I tried to count them.
And how many of them are there? Bear in mind I'm relying on what you say. We'll have to call for reinforcements, and that's no simple matter. Every man that comes with us will be lacking somewhere else. And I don't want bandits pillaging some other town because there's no one left to mount a defense.
There's quite a few of them there.
Perdition. We'll definitely need reinforcements. I think the Talmberg men should suffice. I don't like leaving the castle unprotected, but there's no other option.
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular soldiers either.
No more than I expected. I have no fear of them, but underestimating the enemy can be fatal.
There aren't just bandits in the camp. There are Cumans too, quite a few of them.
Cumans, you say? Where the hell did they come from? Could Sigismund have left them there after he raised Skalitz? This is looking more and more serious.
I took a look at their arms and armour. They're not a proper army, but they're equipped quite well.
What about archers?
There's a few of them, and they're positioned well. If we charge them head on, they'll probably do us a lot of damage.
I don't like the sound of that. It complicates the situation. Dealing with them before the battle would be the best option.
They're up to something in the middle of the camp. It looked like they were making several long ladders.
Ladders? That sounds like they're planning a siege. I like this less and less. On the other hand, we can use that to our advantage. If we can capture those ladders, we can use them to scale their own fortifications.
That's about all I saw, sir. I didn't notice anything else.
That's all right. Did you manage any sabotage while you were there, as I asked you?
I managed to destroy some of their arrow supplies, so they'll have less ammunition.
Well done. That's just what we need.
I managed to slip poison to a few of them. They should be too sick to fight.
You're as cunning as a fox. We need more like you.
That's all, sir.
Don't worry, Henry. You've proven yourself an excellent spy. I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg and tell him to send Captain Robard and his men to our aid. There's not enough of us here in the camp.
You can rely on me, sir. What should I tell him?
Tell him to take all his men. Leave only the bare minimum at the castle and march for Pribyslavitz. I'll take everyone but for 1 or 2 sentries. Hopefully together we'll have enough men to defeat them.
All right, I'll get going.
And be quick. We've no time to spare. I'll be with you. Goodbye.
So yes, we have been a good spy. We've done what was asked. We've gotten everything that we need. And as much as I'd love to go to Talmberg... What? I already got that. Go back to Sir Radzig, go back to Sir Radzig. I would love to continue on with this fight. Unfortunately, we need to end it here because it's already getting late. And I have work tomorrow, and it's going to be a very busy day, and I'm going to be tremendously tired. But either way, I thank you all for watching, and on Wednesday, we'll continue the fight. So we'll go to Talmberg, get the reinforcements, and crush through Pribyslavitz. Hopefully on the first attempt. More than likely on the first attempt. But either way, I thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful week until Wednesday. And I'll see you later.